Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Mrs. Smith and everyone.
I hope you're well. It's the 11th of May. This time before lockdown, we've been thinking about SATs. So if you're in year 6, you must feel a bit let off, really. So we were due to have SATs this week for year 6. And actually, year 2, you were due to be doing some assessments as well. So very different world. So, what's been happening in the world? Well, quite a bit. So, this is Boris Johnson, our Prime Minister, on Friday for VE Day. And some of you would have seen him yesterday. So, he made some various announcements yesterday. So, we're still waiting to find out exactly how that's going to work. So, I've written to your mums and dads and just said, we're chilled, we're just waiting. So that was him with all the flags around him. I think this is a lovely photo because it shows all the different rainbow pictures, which I thought were lovely, as well as the Union Jacks. So in school here, we had a window set up, which Miss Gregory and her team are going to take down for me now because we're finished. But that was lovely to have something up, and I'm sure you saw things out in your street. My husband, he was working off in Norfolk over on Friday, and he saw and heard the red arrows going over, and they did a big fly past in London to celebrate VE Day. And VE Day celebrations were meant to be massive, so it's a real shame that they weren't quite as big as they were. Some people had some street parties. I thought this was quite a funny photo because people had decided they got their street party. They were socially distanced, so they had a couple of meters between them, but they dressed up in outfits from times gone by, so a lot of effort, and I loved all this bunting as well. This is a picture from VE Day 75 years ago, very different, and it's just obviously no social distancing in this photo, and you've got all these children, and bearing in mind it was the end of the war in Europe, it was a big effort for everyone to get together and make cakes and things because they didn't have, we worry about the fact that we can't get hold of flour very much at the moment. They were certainly really struggling to get hold of things to make cakes, but they did. And I hear they had lots of nice sandwiches and things like that. This again, VE Day, and those of you that are sharp-eyed might spot somebody you know here. So we've got King George VI, who was the king at the time. This is back 75 years ago. Year 6 children should know who this person is. So if you know, tell the person next to you. You may not know her. That was our Queen's mum, our Queen's sister, and that's our Queen back there. She looks so young. And apparently the evening of VE Day, she went out with her sister in what they call civvies, which is civilian kit, so people didn't recognise them, and they had a really good evening apparently. And there she was on Friday, a bit different, but again she's got the photo there of her father, and she did the speech at the same time he did the speech back 75 years ago. Now I've got this in because we think about the lockdown in negative terms, but actually, look at this beautiful landscape and only one person on it. And we talk about all the environmental damage with plastics and human beings generally. Well, at the moment, hopefully, people are respecting the countryside. We haven't got so much rubbish going into the seas. Pollution has gone down. In contrast, this is out in the Bahamas, and it looks like an island. It's not an island, it's a trash island, and it's floating rubbish. So let us hope that now that we're giving the environment a bit of chance to recover, things like this can get cleared up and we can move forward. It's quite shocking, I think, that photo. Okay, so last week I showed you a photo of one of my cats. This is Bella, so this is another one of my cats. And she was out and about over the weekend when the weather was glorious. It's quite cold today, I'll be honest. It's not so nice out there today, but I thought I'd share that with you. Now, I hope you are getting out for your exercise. You may have a chance to get out and about a little bit more based on what Mr. Johnson was saying to us. But I've also got a photo, which I'm not sure if it was staged or not, but it did make me laugh. And spring has sprung.
Oh.
And I just thought that was so cute. So, cutest thing is a lamb, obviously. But I just thought that was really lovely.
So cute.
And look at his eyes. He's like going, am I doing the right thing? But anyway, I thought it'd be something to make you smile. So here at Hartsfield, while you lot are at home, we've had all our carpeting finished. Mrs. Redfern's in today, really busy trying to get her class back sorted with desks and everything else. And the other year 3 and 4 teachers are back in this week to try and get their classrooms back. And we've got other people in getting other things done, all getting school ready for the months ahead. So let's see what happens. All right, I hope you have a good week and I'll talk to you soon. And check out all the other videos. I've got a few more that I'm hoping to upload today. They're coming in thick and fast from those teachers and TAs. Take care.